In today's video we will talk about the Soviet film You Never Dreamed, which is an interpretation of Romeo and Juliet. Shortly before the start of the school year, a family moved into one of the Moscow new buildings. Ninth grader Yulia with her mother Lyudmila Sergeyevna, a spectacular 40-year-old woman, and her stepfather, who was much younger than his wife. At school, Lyudmila Sergeyevna had an affair with Kostya Lovotkin, whom she left for the sake of a pilot. Her future husband, Yulia's father, Kostya, could not reconcile for a long time, despite the fact that he himself had a family, and Lyudmila Sergeyevna had a daughter. He came to his beloved. Having learned about her husband's numerous novels, Lyudmila Sergeyevna drove him away. Kostya had hope, but she rejected it. Soon they parted from Moscow in different directions, but now Kostya unexpectedly met Lyudmila Sergeyevna on the street and rushed to her, although his wife and son were next to him. Kostya's wife, Vera, an unattractive plump woman who constantly nursed her sick husband, was horrified by what she saw. On September Chislo, Yulia came to a new class, where Kostya's son, Roman, studied. A romantic relationship rose between the children. Vera looked after the sick Kostya. Lyudmila Sergeyevna was expecting a child, and the children were left unattended for a while. Having given birth to her son, Lyudmila Sergeyevna came to the parents' meeting and was surprised to learn that Kostya's son was studying with her daughter in the same class, and Yulia was friends with him. Having learned from her son that Yulka now has a brother, Vera was glad that her husband was not interested in Lyudmila Sergeyevna, but was horrified that her son was friends with Yulka. Having finished the 9th grade, the boys left for practice, and the girls remained in the city. Vera came to see her son off, and although classmates and class teacher Tatyana Nikolavna tried to distract her, she saw him next to Yulia. She decided, without asking her son, to transfer him to another school. Lyudmila Sergeyevna was also unhappy with her daughter's friendship with the son of her former admirer, but she tried to take it calmly. Yearning for each other, Julia and Roman spent the summer in different cities. Returning, Roman found out that he would study at another school. Vera insisted that the new school has a very strong physics and mathematics bias, and this will be useful to her son, who wants to enter a technical university. Roman yielded to his mother. Julia found out about Roman's transfer and guessed that they wanted to separate them. The novel reassured her, they cannot be separated. Tatyana Nikolavna, having learned about the transfer of Roman, told the director of the school that these children should not be separated, but the director took the side of Vera. Tatyana Nikolavna did not have a relationship with her admirer, who, out of desperation, married another woman, but continued to call her former lover. The teacher saw that Yulia was suffering. She was not studying well. She remembered her own school love, which her parents destroyed. Julia and Roman continued to meet. Upon learning of this, Vera decided to send her son to Leningrad, where her mother and sister lived. She told Roman that her grandmother had a pre-stroke condition. Her end was working, and she herself could not leave her sick husband. Upon learning that Vera's mother was seriously ill, Tatyana Nikolavna decided to inquire about her health. Since she knew Vera's relatives, Vera admitted that she had deceived her son in order to save him from the daughter of an unworthy woman. Seeing her daughter's suffering, Lyudmila Sergeyevna forgot about herself and decided to help her. Julia did not understand why she writes to Roman all the time, and he replies that he did not receive her letters. Tatyana Nikolavna tried to convince Yulia that, despite the separation from Roman, she needed to study. She explained that Roman was doing his duty, but the girl believed that the main thing in life was love. Roman was worried that he was not receiving letters from Yulia. He did not realize that, at his grandmother's request, the postman was hiding the letter from him. Finally, Yulia decided to fly to Leningrad. That day, Roman unexpectedly came home from school early and saw his grandmother talking on the phone with a glass of beer and a cigarette in her hands. Realizing that he was deceived, Roman closed himself in the room and decided to shoot himself with an ancient pistol. In the desk drawer, he found Yulka's hidden letters. To escape to Moscow, Roman jumped out the window and hit his chest on a drain pipe. He saw Yulka entering the courtyard, tried to stand on his feet and covered his bloody mouth so as not to frighten her. Yulia ran up. Roman fell into her arms, and people ran to them from all sides. How close